A white person blaming black people for pointing out that their town is racist and a sundown town.
Is I've commented on at least 10 to 15 of these videos made by black people saying how Coleman is a sundown town. Nobody's trapping you. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've done my research, that I know how it feels to be in your shoes, because I'm obviously not black.
Lovecraft Country that highlighted sundown towns, racism, Jim Crow was based on Coleman, Alabama.
It's not scary. You're going to sit here and tell me all the reasons that it is scary, why I'm wrong, and blah, 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 blah. I don't care.
Make the point that, yeah, I don't understand because I'm white. I've never seen racism in this town. Why would you ever see it as a white person? Sundown towns are real. They were a form of hyper racism within the United States before the Jim Crow era, and especially during the Jim Crow era, instituted a violent form of segregation in which black people could not be in the vicinity of that town or in that town once the sun set. Black people had to create a travel book to know where we were and weren't safe. In 2024, sundown towns still exist.
You can't just be like, oh, you're not black, you don't understand.
The sign in Coleman, Alabama, multiple of them said, "Niggas do not let the sun go down on you while in this town." My parents were children when that sign was up. So before you come on here and you make all these grandiose, let me hold your hand and bring you to a sundown town, you're inviting black people to come to a sundown town and you're upset that we're saying it's a trap? White people in this country, man, you cease to amaze me. No one black in their right mind would visit Alabama to begin with. No one black in their right mind would visit a sundown town to begin with. Your grandparents probably participated in violence towards my grandparents. My grandparents are from Alabama. So before you get on this app and tell black people how to feel, how to act, and how to respond to white people telling them to come to a sundown town, look within.
I am a white Christian girl who has lived in Coleman all of her life, and never once have I ever seen in the news that somebody was killed in Coleman or hurt in Coleman because they're black.
And saying that you're a white Christian woman, like that was supposed to be the holy grail of safety. All of the violence perpetuated against us, against the natives, against brown people worldwide has been done by white Christian people. The most dangerous people in this country are white women who use white women tears to cause harm against black people. So no, sorry, we will not be coming to Coleman, Alabama. Check yourself, get offline, do some research, because to say you haven't done research, but come on here and make this plea is the most asinine, ridiculous thing I've seen all day. I'm not even shocked by this PR campaign the residents of Coleman, Alabama are on, because it is historically proven, past, present, and probably future, that white people in this country not only try to whitewash history, they change their history, and they want to be saviors, but they flat out deny.
Trying to make it back to the shelter in a sundown town.
I might really just get my son something to eat, but I just picked the double. I'm still in my work clothes, y'all. I took an Uber home because I work late, so I had one of my friends go pick up my son and take him home so I could work and he didn't have to stay at daycare. Why? I get in an Uber. He take me 10 minutes out and he leaves me, y'all. Left me. Like, I just worked the double, being nice to everybody. Even my last hour. Smiles. Bless you. Have a good day. Okay, I am at work, but nobody is in here. It's dead. I'm about to clock out. Everybody's asking. Not asking. Y'all are saying I'm the worst mother ever for bringing him to this town. I didn't know about this town. I never heard of this town. I should have researched this town. There's one Denny's in this town. One. You all have been calling my job. Anything that I say to you guys, your comment's gonna be, anyways, you should have did. Like, y'all in my situation, it, like I keep saying, it's unknown to y'all. It's unfamiliar. It's an unfamiliar feeling to be unsettled with your child. Like, 2 months ago, I was in my own apartment. Y'all are bashing me for the wrong thing. Y'all are asking, how did he leave me? He told me to get out of the car. When I get off today, I will show you guys how far where he dropped me off, the Wells Fargo. That's across the street from the Wendy's. Oh my god. I tried to post a video, but TikTok keeps deleting it. I don't even know how TikTok allowed the video of me having pee thrown on me to stay up, because they keep on taking all of my videos down. Yes, I know he's not supposed to be in this daycare. I don't want him in this daycare. I don't want to be in this town. I'm scared for my life, and I'm scared for his life. But the only way that I'm going to get me and him out of this town is if I work. I paid for daycare with my first 2 checks, so I didn't have to worry about him or me having a babysitter. I have no one in this town. I know nobody. I live in this town. I didn't mean to say I got dropped off in this town. I live in this town. I do not leave my house unless it's for work or to drop him to school. I work at Denny's. I'm a server. I've had people someone came in today, didn't even want me to seat them. As soon as I give them their drink, they're asking for new servers. It's 2024, but racism is still alive. I'm sorry to inform you. My son is 4 years old, and he is the sweetest being. In his whole 4 years of living here, he's known nothing but love. He doesn't know racism. I don't teach that. I talk to my son about being kind to everybody, not because of their race. There's something here called grievance reports that you write for the shelter. I can show you guys when I get back that if they allow me to get them back. I've written so many grievance reports in the 2 months that I've been here of my son being hit by other kids. As soon as he goes into the playroom at the shelter, they run out because their parents have taught them. It's a learned behavior. Like, their parents have taught them. They're 4 and 3 years old. They don't know. They should know about racism, but they do. And me and my son are a victim of it. And I am trying to get us out. I am at work. If I was in the bed, propped up, crying with a phone, I so would see a difference. I am trying my best. It's just me and a 4-year-old. I want to go somewhere else, y'all. I don't want to be here. It's miserable. Being in this town, I barely get tips. Barely. There are certain people who come in and are so kind to me and so nice. They're so kind. In the span of me being here, I've only had 3 black customers to come in to this Denny's. That sat at any table. 3 customers. I don't know if you all seen the video that I posted this morning, but as soon as I got to work, they didn't want to allow me to work because one of the older team members who's been here for 9+ years, every time that I'm supposed to work and she's not scheduled, she still comes in when she knows it's a good day or a good morning to make some money, and I'm always stuck to leave. But today I stood my ground because I need to save to leave. But I woke up this morning to 1 something million views, and I stayed up till 3 this morning reading the comments. I had to get up for 7 this morning. Y'all, I went down a rabbit hole reading these comments. Y'all are saying, why move there? I truly just didn't know. I always left the DV situation. If you guys watch the other videos, you can see him trying to attempt to kill himself on my floor after tearing up my apartment. He cut up my ID, cut up my son's birth certificate, my son's social. Like, I had nothing coming here. I literally had nothing coming here. Nothing. And now I have a birth certificate, a social for me and Casey. I got him in daycare. I've only been here 2 months. I'll wait for my DV situation without a home for 2 months. It's literally the month of Christmas. I spent Thanksgiving here. I spent Halloween here. I trick-or-treated in this nasty ass town who didn't even want to give him candy. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I'm working clearly to leave. I don't want to be here. I don't know what else I can say to you guys, or I don't know. Any resources you guys have, please. I've been calling all of them that you guys have sent me. No luck yet, but I'm hopeful. I am, because I'm getting the hell out of here.
The reason white people don't want to teach accurate American history is because they don't want to see their parents, their grandparents in pictures doing racist. They're going to see grandma and pop-pop standing beside a person on a tree, a black person hanging from a tree. Ask grandma and pop-pop, let's start a new trend. White people, get on video and ask your granddad and your grandma, your mom and your dad, where they were at for the civil rights movement. Because that was only in 1964. Plenty of people are alive right now who are older than the civil rights movement, who are older than the Civil Rights Act. So let's start a new trend of white people asking your relatives where they were for black suffering. What side of history were they on? Show us some pictures.
All right, I just want to highlight on this panel right here. This panel is a group of 5 women, and they're talking about relationships, blah, blah, blah. And on this particular panel, they talk about how every woman should have a whole phase. And when one woman says that every woman should have a whole phase, every last one of these women said, yes, they should. And I just want to say that men get a bad rap in the Black community. They say, oh, the man, he left. Oh, he don't protect the woman. But we don't talk about the ignorance that is promoted and condoned amongst women. This is what happens very frequently amongst women. When you have problems in your household, you sit around with your friends. When you have issues with your children, you sit around with your friends and you don't identify that all of you all are dumb. All of you all are stupid. All of you all are ill-informed. So you keep making this cycle. I'll never forget, when you want to get some help, you got to go around some people that has some intelligence. You want to get some liberation, you got to go around some people that's going to challenge your thinking. Why would you sit around with a group of people that is dumb, just saying dumb shit just like you? Thinking dumb just like you. It's like, oh man, I want to kill myself. Yeah, I think you should. I don't see why you should keep going. You know, like, come on, man. You don't need a whole phase.
The Black woman is not trained and raised to serve. The Black woman is raised up by her mother, watching her mother take through the abuse to serve. The Black woman don't see her mama serve nobody.
So I have a question. What if Black women don't really have much to
but they
submit
do.
and
But,
serve?
hold on. But they
So
submit and
we
serve
do
to
all
their
that?
baby daddy. They let impregnate them. So they submit and serving to somebody. They submit to the white boy on the job that mistreat them, that she complain about. She submit to the pastor that she gonna give her money to. So she submit and subserve. She just pick and choose who she want to submit and subserve to. And when she pick wrong, she blame the man. My mama told me, you attract who you are. So if the Black woman don't have nobody to submit and subserve to, that's because she's attracting all the wrong men. You attract who you are. That's why you keep picking the same kind of men you got to complain about.
Well,
That's
attract
what is
convicted felons.
you have
but
to
I'm not
ask
convicted.
yourself, what's inside of you that keep attracting convicted felons? Because check game, mama and grandmama say spirits are familiar with each other. You might not know the man, but it's a spirit in him and it's a spirit in you that knows one another. It could be abuse. You may be used to being abused and he may be an abuser. So you attract an abuser because you're used to being abused. Some women who've been molested attract molesters. Most women who've been abused attract abusers. So let me just say this. You pick what you want, and people do to you what you allow them to do to you. Man or woman. People do to you what you allow them to do to you. So if you keep picking convicted felons, you might need to take a look in the mirror and say, man, why am I keep attracting criminals? What's inside of me that keep attracting criminals? You may have a son.
But all criminals not bad though.
Attracting criminals. Why can't you attract a non-criminal who's never done anything bad toward life?
So I want to address 2 things here. Number one, I'm going to address the Charleston White. Far too many times when I've posted Charleston, I've posted the caricature that he said for years that he created. Everybody knows how he'll just overdo it and he'll rage out, he'll start cussing people out, disrespecting them, all of that type of stuff. Because he said that the moment in time that he does that, that's when he has everybody's attention. That's when everybody wants to listen. That's when everybody wants to just hear what it is that he's saying. So now he's doing the complete opposite. This is him in base form. This is him showing that he cares about the Black women in the community. And I already know that some people are going to come up and be like, oh man, why are you putting Charleston White up here? He's not the right messenger for this, even if he is right. There's a whole bunch of millions of other examples and yada. The fact of the matter is this. We have people out here that have platforms, that have the eyes and the ears of people. In a lot of instances, we need people like this to put out a certain message. Yeah, They could be the wrong messenger, but the message is still right. And I've stated this countless times. Pay attention to how Charleston did not disrespect her. He didn't call her out of her name. He didn't even rage up. And she was acting like a straight fool. And what I mean by that is, look at her mannerisms. Look at how it is that she's positioning herself and how it is that she's in the camera. She's playing with her hair, trying to make sure she looks nice for whoever's out there watching, because for her, this is all about attention. That's realistically what it is, because you heard what she stated in the interview. She was like, hey, yeah, I attract felons, but that doesn't make me a felon. Why are you attracting felons, and why are you proud of that? Like he said before, what is so wrong with you that you can't attract good, nice guys? She couldn't answer that question. And these are the same things that I've posed before when it has dealt with Black women in the Black community. I have continuously stated time and time again, if you are coming to me and you're telling me that you're running into wrong Black guy after wrong Black guy, champ, it's you. There could be all types of wrong dudes directly out here. But why is it that you're only attracting them? So you mean that your energy is so toxic that you're only attracting toxic type of dudes? You're not attracting dudes that are nice, that are caring, that are respectful, that will value you, that will treat you well, that won't put their hands on you, that won't steal from you, that won't rob for you, that won't drag your name through the mud, that won't do you. So you mean to tell me that you can't correct your energy to the point, fine tune your energy to the point where you will attract those type of guys? And I want to reiterate, because I have to keep using his brother as an example, Russell Wilson. A lot of women have clowned Russell Wilson. A lot of men have also clowned Russell Wilson as well. And I've tried to state that, be it as it may, that Russell Wilson decided that he wanted to be a stepfather. That is his decision that he wanted to make. The thing that a lot of Black men who disagree with Russell Wilson don't want to put into perspective is the fact that he took hold of that whole situation. He bought Sierra's Masters, which a lot of men disagreeing with Russell Wilson being a stepfather would never and could never do. He also got a Black man off of child support. As Black men, we have stated how child support is the enemy and how it is that system does its best to keep away and to make sure that the mother and the father are separate, and that the father is separate directly from the child, and also how that system is used to strip away the livelihood, the money, the license, and the freedom of Black men. But yet, you're not going to have a lot of Black men decide to talk about that. And also, he is a decent role model for those kids, and he is there for those kids, unlike their actual father. Like I said before, be it as it may that people disagree with Russell Wilson being a stepfather, this man is a father to those kids. If you are to ask those kids who their father is, I'm pretty sure they're going to say Russell Wilson. If you ask those kids who has pretty much been there for them, I'm pretty sure they're going to say Russell Wilson has been there for him. Again, I speak about the community a lot, and I've stated before that there are certain responsibilities and certain things that need to be done in order for the community to heal as a whole. Certain people are not built for certain responsibilities, other people are. So for the ones that are built for that responsibility, I need the others who disagree. I need the others who are not for that responsibility to just kindly move to the side and allow everybody else to move forward. Allow those who can fix to do it, and everybody else just watch. That's it. It's that simple. And again, back to Charleston White, at the end of the day, if you want to try to save people, you can't. She pretty much showcased that. She's not willing. She's not there. She is not at the point of being saved. It's probably not even registering to her that she is even in a position that she needs to be saved from. So a lot of people like this, you just gotta let them sink. So the next clip I want to respond to is the one with the Black woman pointing out the issues that are taking place, where you have these women who are probably single, or frankly, I don't even care what they are. I don't care what their relationship status is or whatnot, whatever. You have older women up here dictating and telling to the younger women out here that it is okay to have this type of phase. So it is okay for these young girls out here who don't know nothing about life, who never had no type of experiences, especially no type of STDs. It is free for them to go out there into the world and venture and to just sleep around with 50 to 100 guys. That's pretty much what she's saying. Because that phase that she's talking about, that's what tends to happen. High body count, high numbers. And this is when we've had this whole upsurge over the last few years where women are like, oh, the body count shouldn't matter and all this other type of stuff. You can go back to Amber Rose and that walk that she used to have, where all of those women wanted to go there and they stated that, oh, it was freedom, it was femininity, it was for women's rights and women's liberation and all this other. It's crazy. You're literally looking at women who are trying to move the exact same way that men move. They feel that whatever men are able to do, they should be able to do it too. The problem is that a lot of women don't want to deal with the consequences. The consequences that men have to face if they happen to move like that is a high STD rate, is dealing with the fact that they may get somebody inevitably pregnant. They may have to deal with the extent of potentially losing their lives because a lot of these women out here are crazy. Once they happen to, get into that mode of being with that guy and all the other type of stuff, that guy may not want to connect with them like that, but sexually they did. That woman is now, under that Harry Potter sorcery, and now she don't know what to do with herself. So now the car is getting keyed up, it's getting spray painted, and windows getting busted out, and all. That's a lot of the negative stuff that takes place when you have a lot of men going out here and doing a lot of these things. Another thing has to deal with soul ties. Again, I'm not trying to get highly religious and all this other type of stuff, but that's something that stuck with me ever since my teacher mentioned it to us back, I'm going to say about the 6th or the 7th grade. It was a black woman, older black woman, Christian woman. And she was explaining to the class about when two people get together, they spiritually tie, not just the physical aspect, but both of their spirits intertwine. And when both of those spirits intertwine, you're not just intertwining with that person, but you're intertwining with the other people that that person or those people have been with. So if you are with somebody who's been with 100 people, you are, in a sense, soul tying with a lot of those people. So again, when people talk about energies and how their energy is different and how it is that if they're with this person, they happen to go crazy, they don't know what's going on. That's why. That's exactly why. Because all of that amount of energy that you are not built to take on is taking hold, and you don't know exactly what to do with it, nor do you know how to specifically get rid of it. How to get rid of it, you would have to lay back for a minute. You would have to stay away from everything to allow the energy to subside and transfer into something different. But again, respect to a lot and to the few of the black women out there who are on social media, who are trying to bring awareness to this type of hypocritical nonsense that you have older black women trying to tell these young girls to go out here and do. This is not a phase that these young girls should go out here and do, especially knowing the fact that there is an epidemic out here with black women and high STD rates. I've covered this before, I think especially like last year and previous times before. And it's reckless to think and to know and to see that you have older black women telling these young girls, oh yeah, go out there and just freely just, lay with whoever you want to lay with. Don't worry about nothing. When they are the main ones being affected the most by these high STD rates and the AIDS and HIV out here. But like I said before, this is women giving advice to other women, making sure that they're not accountable for any of the decisions that they make, telling them that you don't have to worry about nothing, not giving them any warnings or any type of stats at all, not even telling them the negative consequences of them being a woman going out here and doing these things. But like I said, shout out to the black women out here that understand logic, understand reasoning, and they're not using emotions to specifically speak and potentially misguide other people. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that's stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.